Peace, love. That's some good tea. Peace, love. Shout outs to Outcasts, Outliers. Fuck yeah. Uh, let's do a warm shout out to 396 subscribers we've reached. And every reach is a milestone. The more I detach myself from what I think I want, is the more I get what I am. Remember, you never get what you want, you get what you are. So be what you want. Shout outs to Erica Badu. Yeah, that's a good quote from her. But what else? Shout outs to Emotions Made Easy. Me and my lady created something beautiful, and we've been parlaying, politicking with all you clients. And what I've seen through the phone sessions and the voice note sessions is a strong need to overcome anxiety and fear. So shout outs to you guys for calling in, also taking advantage of your free 10-minute session. So that's the new clients coming in. So shout outs to you guys. It's been an honor to just talk. You know what I'm saying? Unpack and unlock, because you can't get to what you're trying to manifest without unpacking and unlocking. So shout outs to you guys for initiating that and wanting better for yourself. That's all on the website if you guys feel the need to, unpack and unlock through mental telepathy, blackraps.com. Okay, shout outs to Fire Safety Made Easy. Appreciate you guys. A couple guys just graduated. They've recently used the study guides that we had to offer, and my study guides are basically based on my experience from going from a security guard to a fire safety director, making a lot more money than usual. So shout outs to the idea of putting information down that you need and not just giving you a bunch of information. So now you're studying with purpose. Sometimes when you do these citywide tests, they give you a lot of information. You cram all that, but the information we have at Fire Safety Made Easy is from a collective of teachers, myself, going through it, feeling the on-site once. And understand that failure is transient based on your perception. So yeah, try out Fire Safety Made Easy. Shout outs to the guys that graduated using the study guides. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Happy for you guys. What are we going to be talking about today? Get a little bit more tea. Get a little comfortable. Get comfortable. Yeah. The best way to take in information is to be comfortable. Okay. So, we're going to be talking about fear. Yeah. Some of you may know it as false evidence appearing real, face everything and rise, or whatever the fuck you know it as. Yeah? Yeah, you. Let's do it. So, how can we shift our mindset from seeing fear as false evidence appearing real to facing everything and rising? So, think about what fear is, based on the idea of false evidence appearing real. A lot of times we see things in our mind. Let's just say you have a phobia of snakes. You're scared of that. And you keep seeing yourself being afraid of it. Remember what I said. You never get what you want. You get what you are. So you're seeing yourself afraid of it constantly. And that's filled with hyperactivity because you're not sitting down to unpack it. You have to understand, before you can face everything and rise, you have to find truth within the false evidence appearing real. That's the idea. So how do you find the truth within your fears? You have to unpack it, like I was talking with Emotions Made Easy. You have to unpack to unlock. That's how most of our clients get through their fears. And then they realize that over time, since a kid, Or maybe you're an adult with this fear and now you're mindful of it. And shout outs to you because it's about being mindful. Now, you have not been unpacking it. So that's what I do with my clients. We unpack their fears and then realize that there's different evolutions of this. So it doesn't really end until it ends, till you become what you fear. You see what I'm saying? You have to become the idea of I can get through this. I want you to understand something. The mind is not able to process negative, right? Don't think about an elephant. See what I'm saying? The mind can't process it. All right, so with skiers, right? When they basically ski, if you tell a skier, watch out for the trees, he'll see nothing but trees. But if you tell a skier to follow the path, he'll just follow the path and more than likely he won't see the trees. Men are not ruined by things, they're ruined by their perception of it. So we get back to that idea of the perception. Yeah. You with me? Yeah. A little ginger and honey. Yeah. So that's the idea, right? How can we shift our mindset from seeing fear as false evidence appearing real? You have to unpack it. You have to unpack it. What I genuinely do with myself, I talk to my lady. Shout outs to my lady, my beautiful baby on the way, my beautiful dog too. But me and my lady, we unpack together. We're in a good psychological space where we're safe enough to unpack together. And I do that with her, but it started with me. That's the mental telepathy that I'm talking about in relevance to how we get clients to a space of understanding for themselves. You have to understand you because what you're broadcasting is only a perception that you created. So that's the idea. It's only a perception of what you created. All right. So now, when it comes to unpacking and unlocking, I've done voice note sessions with myself. As you can see, I create videos. As you can see, not more so as you can see, but I do a lot of listening to me. So there's times where I'm just sitting talking to myself or I'm just silently listening. I think we're in a space, right, where nobody talks to themselves. Or should I say listen, actively listen, because a lot of people do talk to themselves, right? But it's the idea of actually sitting there and letting your mind try it. Look, let your mind do what it does. Let it be. It's going to be shouting, screaming. It's hyperactive. So what you're doing is getting used to allowing your brain through breathing, because the brain needs oxygen. You may want your physical reality to move faster than your mental. But yeah, that's the idea, right? So in order to shift the mindset to facing everything and rising, you have to unpack and unlock the false evidence that is appearing real so you can unlock the face everything and rise mindset. And even then, you're just breathing and consistently being open to the work. Listen, Super Saiyan never ends. There's so much levels to it. So you're just getting used to being Super Saiyan, and it's fun. It's only not fun because you're not used to it. You have to learn to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. You can't spell uncomfortable without comfortable. You have to understand one doesn't come without the other. So you're getting comfortable with understanding different mindsets that cater to facing everything and rising. And let me be honest with you, the mind cannot process negative. I am telling you, don't think about an elephant. You're going to think about it. Don't think about Diddy. No, don't think about Diddy. Nah, but that's the idea, right? So you magically will overcome everything. You got to understand that I think, from my perception, people spend a lot of time ignoring and avoiding their spirit. That's why they suffer so much. You ignore and avoid your spirit. You want to go do a drill. Your spirit says no. Or your spirit may talk in the form of your mom saying, yo, why you going over there? You don't need to go over there. Bop, bop, bop. Bro, like your girl probably called you at that moment. You ignored that just to go do hyper masculine shit. Sit in a car with about three people, probably two of them you don't know. They're probably from a different department of the other organization. And now you're sitting in a car on a hot summer day, looking for somebody that is on the same temperature as you. Yeah, you're actually outside looking for you, right? So the idea is this: bad habits attract bad consequences. You're learning to understand that you will magically make it, but you have to stop avoiding your spirit. You have to become one with your spirit. Your spirit was here before you. When you was a baby, that was your fresh start. You didn't know nothing about what paying rent was first of the month. You never knew anything about that. You knew about crying and your mama pop a titty in your mouth or something like that, and hopefully you latch. You know what I'm saying? But that's the idea. You will magically always make it through everything that you fear. It's just about, in order to attract that mindset, you have to do the work. So a lot of times, fear, what we experience during fear, is hyperactivity and inaction, right? Both of these things. So the hyperactivity is in a state of purgatory because you're still holding on to not committing to unpacking and unlocking the false evidence that's appearing real. Now, the hyperactivity is even more intense because you want to be in the heaven state of mind, but you're still stuck in the hell state of mind, all because you're avoiding the idea of unpacking, sitting with yourself, having a conversation, meditating, calling emotions made easy, doing something to therapeutically help you through this idea of what you fear, because fear is forever. It's timeless. It's timeless. It's how you grow. You know, fears, your fear of losing is how you win. But to win even more on the losing and winning tip, because, you know, losing and winning is based on the concept of the game you're playing. So you want to learn from your loss, but that's another story. All right. How does hyperactivity and inaction manifest when we are in a state of fear, and how can we overcome it? Get some tea real fast, yeah. All right, let's get up close and personal. How can we overcome it? How does hyperactivity and inaction manifest when we are in a state of fear? When you're in a state of fear, right, you're hyperactive because you're consistently vibrating. Nothing ever stops vibrating. Everything is always in motion, right? Like emotion is energy in motion. So what you have to do in that space and time is, you don't want to be hyperactive, you want to be active. So what you're going to do is slow down the hyperness. So now that part of that word dissolves itself through breathing. You're just going to because your brain is seeing multiple things at once, right? Your goal is to slow down the energy. You can't stop it. Remember, everything is vibrating. You cannot stop it. You want to slow it down. I just dissed you, conceited. But anywho, slow it down. All right. So as you slow it down, you'll start to realize. So some people will do this too. Like if you're just starting, like I tell my clients this, if you're just starting, right, go do something that you like to do. That's it. Rather than focusing on what you think needs to be done, what has to be done, all this human shit, right? Focus on making yourself comfortable at the moment through this uncomfortability. Once you start building that, you start to see that it becomes a lot easier to handle uncomfortability when you change your mindset, when you change the idea of what uncomfortability is. You can't live in, look, the Kabbalion says mastery consists not of abnormal visions or fantasies, right? But in transmuting lower to higher. That's how it works. Every low vibration, you have to transcend it. So if you decide not to, that's where the inaction comes in. If you decide not to, right, what you're avoiding is going to happen. This is why people don't really understand why things happen. Let's just say, let's use the term negative. So, oh my God, why me? And it's okay to pity yourself. It's okay to pity yourself. First off, you endure pity and then you embrace. So after you've endured it, you victimize yourself or pity yourself. Some call it persecution complex. Life ain't fucking fair, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Been there, so I totally can relate. And then you embrace. But once you take accountability in relevance to you being the creator behind this during your pity, you learn to embrace what you've endured. Right? That's the idea. So now, with the inaction, you have to take action. And the action may be as simple as breathing. Go take a shower, cool yourself down, do something spiritual. Go to the park, ground. Take a deep breath. It is not that serious. You're only viewing it as that because you're not giving yourself time to process it, okay? And quicker results come from your detachment, okay? If you want to get through something negative fast, detach yourself from the negativity and enjoy the positive idea of it. But you will have to unpack that. You just want to get to a state of mind where your prefrontal is at ease and you're not responding from your reptilian brain, right? Because that's when logic is out the door. You haven't given yourself some time to just cool out. You know what I'm saying? Drink some fucking tea. You know what I'm saying? Relax. Mm. Mm. So that's the idea, right? How can we overcome it? Be more patient. Be more fucking patient, bro. You feel me? A lot of times you don't even know what the fuck patience is. That's why we end up impatient. Listen, I rap. You know I do this. Check out my new song, Pineal. More songs coming. About to drop an EP. Anywho, but you're not patient, and it's okay to not be patient. I've been there, and I'm still getting better. I told you in the beginning of this beautiful video that when it comes to honing these skills, every time you get more knowledgeable, you get more ignorant. Shouts to my boy Carlos, he taught me that. So it keeps you'll never know it all. Your goal is not to know it all. Your goal is to be okay now. Your goal is to make the best decision now. Your goal is to pick and choose, and this choice that you've picked is beneficial for your future, present, and you can learn from your past as you make this choice. And nobody's hurt in the making of that choice, right? So how you overcome it? Be more patient and take action. That's it. Be more patient and take action. Breathe more so you're no longer hyperactive, you're active. And action comes from breathing. You have to unlock, you have to unpack to unlock. Once you do that, then things start coming in you. The mind magically handles these things. You keep thinking that you're a human, so you have to handle it. Relax. It's okay. It's okay. You can relax. Pipe the fuck down, man. And and try your best to be easy with yourself. Practice self-care, self-mindfulness, self-awareness. Uh Practice soft skills when it comes to talking to yourself. And that may help you also talk to people too. Yeah. Be empathetic to you. Forgive yourself. All right. Can you elaborate on the concept of patience as the key to overcoming fear and taking genuine actions? Well, like I said just now, when it comes to dealing with hyperactivity and inaction, all you have to do is take a deep breath and realize that it's okay. Yeah, it should have never happened to you, but it did. Life happens for you, not to you. So once you start to understand that idea, because think about it, where is life happening to you, getting you? I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It's like, how far does the persecution complex get you? How far does you saying, oh my God, why me? It's you, motherfucker. It came for you. This is how the world works, and this is how your growth works. Don't ignore the growth. You have to be okay with experience. Every game, imagine if certain games didn't have experience. Like the role playing games. I remember I used to play RuneScape, shit like that. I never played Dungeons and Dragons, but I always wanted to. They had a movie that came out, that was dope. But it's the idea of you have to experience things. You can't think that you can't just grow with no experience. I remember when I was a kid and I was okay with trying to be an adult. When I didn't notice that the whole balance between being an adult and a kid probably was the idea of the experience. My mom never taught me to be open to experiencing things. You know what I'm saying? So, you want to experience things because you see the adults enjoying it and you might, just a perception, but you have to experience things. You have to go through it. The only way to grow is to go through it. Yeah. How can we distinguish being between being hyperactive and being truly active in facing our fears? How can we distinguish between hyperactive and being truly active? So, when it comes to hyperactive, you can't process. You're just thinking. And it's actually causing you, it's like causing friction. You got to go through it. Not saying it's not part of it, but we need to start learning that, yo, we're a big part of our suffering. Yeah. Like, I remember I was watching Demon Slayer and I forgot the quote, but it was a picture on the wall as Tanjiro was learning how to fight from one of the Hashiras. But the idea was this: there's never dirt in the brain. There's never anything dirty. The brain is as pure as it gets. You have to understand that. But I think sometimes we're so caught up in the need to control that when things get out of control, we're very, very afraid. As if things don't get out of control because you were in control at one point. That's the balance right there. Accepting that you can't control everything, and you learn how to control things through things being out of control. How are you gonna learn from the good without the bad? That's the idea. All right. So now, can you no, we did that one. What role does the consciousness level chart play in understanding and navigating through fear? The consciousness level chart is a beautiful, beautiful chart made by David R. Hawkins. And it kind of tells you what you go through in relevance to fear, these different emotions. There's like an energetic log. So you'll have the survival paradigm at the bottom of that log, and it's the hell state of mind, the purgatory state of mind, and the heaven state of mind. Like, let me give you an example. Like, I grew up in Brownsville, Brooklyn, right? Never ran, never will go back, honestly speaking, mentally. It's a very esoteric statement, so follow me esoterically. But when you move around that area, it feels very eerie. Any slum, because best believe in Alaska there's a slum too. There's hood motherfuckers kicking 6-year-olds. Weird. Saw a documentary. Weird. Turned it off after that. But whatever. So it's the survival paradigm where everybody is thriving off fear, jealousy. It's kind of like Sodom and Gomorrah. It's like jealousy, fear. This is why when certain rappers go back to their hood, it leads to their demise. Because you've made it to, shout outs to Nipsey, shout outs to Pop Smoke, shout outs to Ping B, shout outs to Young Dolph, shout outs to all these rappers. But you'll notice that when certain rappers dibble and dabble, will speak for the paradigm of going back to your hood with a bunch of chains on. You've made it out through reason and integrity, which is also a paradigm, and you've learned how to monetize your passion. You've made it. Now you have glimpses of the spiritual paradigm, but it's the idea that you come to a place you might have accepted, forgived. You've come to a place now that is comfortable, and they're at there because it's never who you are, it's where you are. They're comfortable being at that space, and now you look like food. You look like a come up. You look like an idea of, yeah, I'm jealous, I'm this, I'm that. And that energetic log, this is why you can't be around certain people. When you leave high school, right, your friendships change because your mind state changes, your environment changes. So it's based on that paradigm. I'll do a video on that when I can, in relevance to the rappers, why it's necessary and mandatory not to go back to your hood. Why it's also necessary and mandatory that when you're doing big things, you need to hang around people that is part of your paradigm, that's on your state of mind. Be selective with your friendships, but that's another video. So the consciousness level chart, it plays a role in understanding fear from a space of what you go through during it, what state of mind it's in. That's purgatory within aspects of the hyperactivity, because you want to be in the heaven state of mind. You want to do better, but you haven't really understood and sat with yourself and kind of breathed through that hyperactivity, right? What people may call ADHD or something to that effect. You haven't breathed through it. So now you're just stuck in purgatory, and best believe it's a lot better than no action in relevance to your fears. Because a lot of people, they'll have these fucking fears, and then they'll start having these outer body experiences. Probably an idea of them conquering their fear, but it seems unobtainable. That's my perception of it. So, yeah. How can we walk through our fears patiently and with genuine actions to ultimately overcome them? Well, you have to practice. You have to practice. You got to understand that some people call this shadow work. You have to practice. You have to keep unpacking to unlock. This is why Emotions Made Easy is doing so beautiful, because everybody needs to unpack. You'll never stop unpacking. So it's like the more you unpack and unlock, it's like the more you'll receive. Bad habits attract bad consequences. It's the law of attraction. You're trying to understand why those motherfuckers keep shooting at me. Oh my gosh, why can't I find a man? Oh my God. Oh, I'm a player, but why can't I find love? It's because you're attracting that. Your bad habits, and bad is only based on your perspective of it. You can't fool yourself. Yeah? You can't fool yourself. Self sabotage at its finest. So, the best way to walk through these things is to breathe and unpack it and unlock it. If you feel as though you're not good at doing this and you're still trying to get better, call Emotions Made Easy. Do a phone session from the comforts of your home, a voice note session while you're smoking a beautiful blunt, a text session. Unpack your feelings with people that actually care and are active and intentionally doing that for themselves. That's the only way I do it. That's the only way we do it. Me and my lady, we're really about this lifestyle. 14 years. I'm about to marry her this year, honestly, because I love that motherfucker. She's amazing, right? So, and I got a beautiful baby on the way. Shout outs to my baby boy, Sonny. And I have a beautiful dog. I've created a family from a space of genuine intention, right? So, and that's one of the proofs of good habits breed good consequences. I've been one of the family. Magically, I always wanted that. So when I start to put my intention on it and then detach myself from it, it starts to just unfold. And it keeps unfolding as I unpack and I unlock all in different aspects of gratitude. So patience help you overcome your fear by slowing down the hyperactivity. Yeah. How can taking responsibility for our affairs empower us to take control of our lives and create our own reality? Remember what I said. You go through that first stage. You go through that first stage of enduring. You go through that stage. And then you have the pity. Oh, why did this happen to me? It happened to you because you attracted it. I want that to sink in. It happened to you because you attracted it. It's for you, not to you. That's how the universe works. You can't spell the universe without you and I. And you're the you, and you're the I. Shit. You start to realize, right, that accountability is your responsibility. We always take, let's just say we win. I remember when I used to play, I still do play Monopoly, and I love that game. If you want to challenge me, challenge me. But we always look forward to winning. We always look forward to comfortability. And we always hold ourselves accountable. It's like a lotto winner. Let's just say I could only imagine you win the lotto. Lit. I won that. I did that. Now all the money goes to shit because you wasted it on bullshit or your entourage or whatever the fuck you were doing, buying milk. I don't fucking know. And now you go, wow, that's crazy. Why did the universe do that to me? You'll never get better at handling your finances. I want you to understand that. You'll never get better at it. Because you know when you win and you know how to find gratitude in that, but you don't know how to find gratitude in losing. You don't know how to hold yourself accountable and responsible for unpacking your loss so you can actually unlock that esoteric win within a loss. You know what I'm saying? You're not truly a winner if you don't learn. You know? All right, you're only a winner when you learn. Okay, so and what? So that's how can taking responsibility for our affairs empower us to take control of our lives and create our own reality? Honestly, you become more confident when you hold yourself accountable because you start to realize that this is your work. You know what I'm saying? You're the one creating this. You're the God in this. You're the God achieving wholehearted dreams. You won't get far trying to achieve half-hearted dreams. Remember, Erica Badu told you, now I'm telling you, right? You only become, you never get what you want, you get what you are. Okay. Excuse me. In what ways does acknowledging our role in creating fear help us to break free from the limitation it imposes on us? Mental telepathy. Once you start realizing that you are the universe, you start to become a little bit more super sane, a little bit more magical each and every time you unpack and unlock that idea. You want to unlock self confidence, not self sabotage. You can't keep blaming the devil for shit. Like, you gotta stop. You gotta fucking stop. It's like, oh my God, what was me? Look what the devil did. Motherfucker, you're the devil. The devil's a concept. It's a concept. It's an ideology. You understand what I'm saying? The more you look into the idea and the concept of the devil, that's probably a fear for most people too. Uh, you'll find out more. And false evidence will no longer appear real, the truth will, and now you can face everything and rise. But we have to stop blaming other things. The only thing you're blaming is yourself, and that's the reason why it goes to shit. You need to learn to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. It is okay. We all make mistakes. The way to forgive is to learn from your mistakes. If you don't learn from your mistakes, you will subconsciously keep blaming yourself, and I don't want that for you. You shouldn't want that for you. Come on. Let's be honest. I bought some weed the other day. Giraffe pussy. The fuck is that? Wow. Some good stuff though, right? Anywho, and that's esoteric. But honestly speaking, yeah. In what ways does acknowledging our role in creating fear help us to break free from the limitations it imposes? You start to see who you really are. You're not some scared being. Let me be honest with you. You gotta understand that you're a cosmic being. Like, this shit is real. Like, you can accomplish some real amazing shit when you start to be mindful of it. When you start to be part of the work, the creation. When you start to really get on your shit and start journaling and mindfully going through your past from a space of, hey, look at what the fuck I did. Look at how I accomplished that. Because within ideas where there's no accomplishments, there's so much fucking accomplishments. And we have to understand that. But you can't do that if you're not mindfully journaling, unpacking to unlocking. You have to understand that you have to sit with yourself so you can see yourself. We're moving so fast these days, and fast is just a fucking perception. And I'm like, wow, if you really want to move fast, move slow. Simplicity is the ultimate form of sophistication. Yeah. How does recognizing fear as a product of our own beliefs and perceptions inspire us to challenge and change those beliefs? I went to church for a long time. I went to church for a very fucking long time. and shout outs to church. But I'll say this. I'm over here having dreams about the fucking rapture, right? And it's a white motherfucker on a horse, like a chariot. Uh and for some reason I felt the idea of fear. That was the tone behind the dream for me. I feel like that's when I started to understand there's a lot for me to understand within these ideas. It's not just going to church every Sunday and oh hallelujah, praise the Lord. Oh, look at Sister Patsy, look what she's wearing. Oh shit, they made some food. I could eat it after church. Well, you know what I used to do too? Mm, this tea ain't tea no more. What I used to do, my mother would give me some offering to put in the plate and shit. You know, the offering plate. You know, damn well I was putting like $1 in there and taking like the last $4 to go buy some Swedish fish, Charleston chews, peanut chews. Uh, I wasn't really feeling the peppermints. Let me be honest with you. It 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 wasn't, the peppermints wasn't it for me. Probably the soft ones because I grew up on my mother eating that. But I used to take the fucking money, right? And I would go do that because that's what was comfortable. But my thing is this, you got to start challenging beliefs and perspectives that make you afraid. The only reason it makes you afraid and fearful is because you haven't really unpacked and unlocked the idea of the history behind it. Candyman, Candyman. Listen, I used to be afraid of Candyman. That first fucking movie was crazy, bruh. Uh, when did things change for me? I remember because my favorite Candyman movie is the recent one that Jordan Peele made. I like the idea behind it. Put some fear and racist, I guess. Whatever. Uncle Ruckus shit. Shout outs to Uncle Ruckus, I guess. Boondocks. So the idea is this. I used to be real fucking afraid of Candyman. And when I got to understand and know more, I was even afraid of Papa Legba till I sat down and I was even afraid of the dark. One thing that I did do though, I sat in it. Yeah, I faced it. I kept seeing these images pop up of what I thought Papa Legba was based on the American Horror Story, the Covenant season. And shout outs to Angela Bassett, amazing actor. And I was like, oh shit, I'm not afraid of that shit anymore because I sat with it. And when I sat with it, I got comfortable with it and I found that I attracted more information on it. So what I can say is this too. Attract the information that you're looking for by becoming one with the fear. Like money guilt complex. If you're scared to look at your bank account, start managing your money better. Or sit there and stare at it. Yeah. And it inspires us to challenge more because now you're building the confidence. You're actually doing the work. People think that you have to fit as above, so below, law of correspondence. You have to physically do things. No, it's all about the mind. It's all about the mind. The universe is mental, all is mind. You start to realize that once you start to take advantage of breathing, being easy, it doesn't always have to be hard, man. And if it is, best believe you need to approach this aspect of challenge with the most genuine and most empathetic part of your integrity. You need to transcend, and that's okay. You need to do that because what you've been doing hasn't been really working for you from a space of, I feel okay. That's why you're watching this video. That's why people are calling Emotions Made Easy. That's why there's other people doing the same thing as Emotions Made Easy and thriving because of unpacking for themselves, and now they can help people unpack. But it feels beautiful and surreal to actually overcome your fucking challenges. You know how that shit feels. I remember the first time I went ziplining at Area 51. It helped me understand so much about myself, even my lady, because she was up there with me. You want to know about somebody, take them to Area 51 and see how they maneuver through challenges, and it'll speak for their mind, you know? Don't over exaggerate, just watch. And me and my lady, we was helping the kids just become comfortable with going down the zip line as we help ourselves become comfortable. And mind you, we're like two grown people up there, but you know everybody can have fun. I'm a kid. So we get down the zip line and we spin over, and it's me and my lady. We get over to the other side, and my lady goes, "I'm not sure about this path you're taking." She wasn't too sure about that. So I said, you know what, go around there. Go to that path, the one that's comfortable for you. It showed me in real time who we are. So she goes there and she meets back up with me. So we'll always align. Once we allow each other to be who we are, we will always align. And that's the idea. But yeah, I remember when I faced that shit opened up a lot of fucking things for me. I think that people think that you build confidence from like actually intellectualizing it. Nah, you don't. You don't do that. Don't intellectualize confidence. Actions speak louder than words. In order to attract the words behind what confidence is, you have to commit to the actions and consistently practice it, and you'll enjoy it. It's a lot of fucking fun, right? Yeah. What steps can we take to shift our mindset from being a victim of fear to being the creator of our own strength and resilience? Start by loving yourself. Start by being happy for yourself. You fucking matter. And I think you need to understand that. You matter so much that you need to fucking watch what you put yourself around. You matter so much that I don't think you should go do that drill. I think you should stay at home and do these drills. Breathe, understand yourself. You're so fucking awesome. I don't think that peer pressure should hold you down. So even though you experience it, I think you should get the fuck back up and try again from an empathetic and genuine space. Like I said, we live in a different time now. You need some type of therapy or a friend, reach out to Emotions Made Easy, just like all my clients do. And we unpack. This is not even about being a therapist. It's about actually being friends with people that are trying to accomplish more by unpacking and unlocking different aspects of their mind. Hey, babe. Hey, Zoe. So it's like, the more you kind of understand yourself, is the better you're going to become at doing this. Listen, you can do all, what does the Bible say? You can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So you have to understand you can do all things through you. Christ is only a version of you. The more you start to understand who you are, is the better you can become who you want to be. But remember, you never get what you want. You get what you are. So start putting the actions into play, forgiving yourself, loving yourself, being honest with yourself, and understanding, even though I wasn't honest with myself, I wasn't loving myself, you can always still do it. It's okay. Take a deep breath, understand who you are, forgive yourself, and you'll learn to forgive people better. You want to manifest different things like monetizing your passion or understanding your passion. You have to go within yourself. Understand yourself. Hey, pup. Understand yourself. When you understand yourself, you get to understand people better, and that's what they call mental telepathy. So for everybody out there today, fear is false evidence appearing real. Once you start to dive in to the truth within that false evidence, the truth starts to appear real. Now you can face everything and rise. Best believe you can do it. One thing that I realize, right? If you keep saying that you can't do it, you won't. That's ignoring your spirit. Remember, the mind cannot comprehend negative. Don't think about an elephant. Don't think about Diddy. Don't think about Little Dirk. What'd you do just now? You still thought about it, right? My thing is this, right? Understand who you want to be. Take some time to develop a rapport with yourself. Everybody's trying to live for everybody else. Let's start living for ourselves. Let's start understanding ourselves. Let's start being a part of our journey from a space of self-care, self-awareness, self-mindfulness, and just understanding who we are as a being, as a spirit, and let spirit magically take over. But much love, much peace. It was fun talking to you guys. Appreciate you. 397 subscribers. I think it's 94, 95. I don't fucking know. But I'm happy that you guys are tuning in so you can receive some type of understanding on who you want to be, and also be more confident and resilient and strong when approaching your fears. This helps me too, because I'm unpacking my fears as I unpack things with you guys. Like the last video I did in relevance to narcissism, that's me unpacking the idea of narcissism so I get better at not being one for my beautiful family, and I can actually hold myself accountable for moments like that, or I can actually confront it and challenge it from a space of peace, ease, and love. But you guys enjoy, have fun, enjoy your beautiful Sunday, enjoy your day, stay happy, be you. Life happens for you, not to you. Men are not ruined by things, they're ruined by their perception. False evidence appearing real. Find the truth in it by breathing through your hyperactivity and taking those actions that magically happen when you actually breathe through your energy and motion. You can make it through anything you put yourself through because you're you. Just saying. Yeah. Love, peace, have a beautiful day.